In exploring the lives and legacies of Charlemagne and Genghis Khan, we delve into the contrasting narratives of two monumental figures who reshaped the world through conquest. Charlemagne, known as the Father of Europe, was king of the Franks and Lombards, and later crowned as the Emperor of the Carolingian Empire. His rule, spanning from 768 to 814 AD, marked the unification of much of Western Europe for the first time since the Roman Empire, laying the groundwork for modern European civilization. In contrast, Genghis Khan emerged from the steppes of Mongolia to establish the largest contiguous empire in history by the time of his death in 1227. His brutal and efficient military strategies expanded Mongol territories across Asia and into Europe, drastically altering the political, cultural, and economic landscapes. Understanding these leaders is crucial for examining the question of who was the real conqueror, as both left indelible marks on history through their conquests, albeit in different realms and manners. Charlemagne's significance lies in his role in promoting the Carolingian Renaissance, a revival of art, religion, and culture that would shape medieval Europe. His establishment of a unified Christian empire set a precedent for European political unification that resonated for centuries. On the other hand, Genghis Khan's legacy is often highlighted in his promotion of trade and communication across Eurasia. His empire facilitated the exchange of goods, technology, and ideas between distant cultures, contributing to a form of early globalization. Two examples illustrate these points. Charlemagne's implementation of the feudal system streamlined governance across his vast territories and provided stability to European lands that long suffered fragmentation. Meanwhile, Genghis Khan's institution of the Yam system, a series of relay stations for fast horseback communication, transformed administration across his empire and enhanced the Silk Road's functionality. Opinions about their legacies vary. Charlemagne is often lauded for his cultural and educational reforms, but criticized for his forceful Christianization campaigns. Genghis Khan is revered for his military genius and religious tolerance, but condemned for the widespread destruction and loss of life during his campaigns. Challenges to these narratives include differing cultural perspectives on conquest and leadership. For instance, Charlemagne's role in European unity is sometimes seen as overshadowed by his brutal methods of consolidation, while Genghis Khan, despite his merits, is often disproportionately characterized by his violence. Ultimately, this introductory exploration establishes a foundation to compare how these conquerors influenced not only their immediate domains, but also the broader historical trajectory, setting the stage to evaluate their impacts on a global scale. The concept of historical context and early conquests is pivotal when comparing Charlemagne and Genghis Khan, two of history's most renowned conquerors. It involves understanding the socio-political, cultural, and military landscapes that shaped their respective eras and initial expansions. Charlemagne, crowned Emperor of the Romans in 800 AD, emerged from the fragmented remnants of the Western Roman Empire. His early conquests involved consolidating fragmented European tribes, primarily through a series of campaigns against the Lombards, Saxons, and Avars, which laid the foundation for the Carolingian Empire. Charlemagne's efforts were significant because they temporarily reunited much of Western Europe and fostered the Carolingian Renaissance, a revival of art, culture, and learning based on classical models. In contrast, Genghis Khan rose from the nomadic tribes of the Mongolian steppes in the early 13th century, because they temporarily reunited much of Western Europe and fostered the Carolingian Renaissance, a revival of art, culture, and learning based on classical models. In contrast, Genghis Khan rose from the nomadic tribes of the Mongolian steppes in the early 13th century. His early conquest of the rival Mongol tribes unified a historically fragmented region, which allowed him to launch devastating campaigns across Asia and into Europe. His significance lies not only in the vastness of the empire he forged, but also in the profound and lasting impact it had on trade, communication, and cultural exchange, epitomized by the establishment of the Silk Road under Mongol protection. One illustrative example of Charlemagne's conquests is the Saxon Wars, which entailed campaigns that lasted over 30 years and resulted in the spread of Christianity throughout Germany. For Genghis Khan, the conquest of the Khwarezmian Empire in present-day Iran and Central Asia showcased his strategic genius and ruthlessness, ultimately leading to the expansion of the Mongol Emperor into the Middle East. Opinions about these figures often emphasize Charlemagne's role in shaping European identity through cultural and religious unification, while Genghis Khan is credited with enhancing trade and cultural exchange across the Eurasian continent. However, both have faced criticism. Charlemagne for his forced conversions and brutal tactics, and Genghis Khan for the widespread destruction and loss of life his campaigns wrought. Comparison raises intriguing questions about the nature of conquest. While Charlemagne's approach was somewhat integrative, focusing on consolidation and cultural development, Genghis Khan's conquests were characterized by rapid expansion and a pragmatic approach to governance. Thus, examining the historical context and early conquests of these figures provides insight into their differing legacies and the enduring debate over what it truly means to be a conqueror. This exploration inevitably influences broader discussions on leadership, cultural impact, and historical legacy within the grand narrative of history. When examining the military strategies and innovations of Charlemagne and Genghis Khan, we delve into the core of their conquests and leadership. The term military strategies and innovations refers to the unique methods and technological advancements employed by these leaders to achieve military dominance. These strategies were not merely about battlefield tactics, but encompassed a broader spectrum, including logistics, training, and adaptation to new technologies. The significance of this point lies in its direct impact on their success as conquerors. Understanding their military prowess, we can better evaluate who was the more effective leader. Charlemagne, crowned emperor of the Carolingian Empire in 800 AD, relied heavily on the integration of cavalry and infantry, adapting Roman techniques to suit his needs. His development of the Skara units, highly mobile elite cavalry, was a significant innovation that allowed for rapid response and adaptability during campaigns. In contrast, Genghis Khan revolutionized warfare with his use of highly disciplined mounted archers and a sophisticated communication system using flags and drummers. The Mongol army's adaptability, speed, and psychological warfare strategies, such as spreading fear to weaken enemy morale, were key factors in their success. Real-world applications of these strategies are evident in the rapid expansion of their empires, with Charlemagne uniting much of Western and Central Europe, and Genghis Khan forging the largest contiguous empire in history. These successes underscore their ability to adapt and innovate, a testament to their military genius. Opinions vary on evident in the rapid expansion of their empires, with Charlemagne uniting much of Western and Central Europe, and Genghis Khan forging the largest contiguous empire in history. These successes underscore their ability to adapt and innovate, a testament to their military genius. Opinions vary on their effectiveness. Some historians laud Charlemagne for laying the foundations of modern European warfare, while others point to the sheer scale and efficiency of Genghis Khan's conquests as evidence of superior strategic acumen. Challenges and controversies in evaluating their strategies include differing historical contexts. Charlemagne's innovations were within the constraints of feudal Europe, whereas Genghis Khan's strategies were forged in the steppes of Central Asia, raising debates about the applicability of their methods across different terrains and cultures. Additionally, the brutality often associated with Genghis Khan's campaigns presents ethical concerns that contrast with Charlemagne's more diplomatically inclined approach. These military strategies and innovations connect deeply to other aspects of the main topic by influencing their cultural, economic, and political impacts. The effectiveness of their military approaches was not only a measure of their capabilities as conquerors, but also shaped the legacy they left behind in the histories of their respective regions. By exploring these elements, we gain a richer understanding of what it means to be a true conqueror. The cultural and administrative impact of historical figures like Charlemagne and Genghis Khan is a critical lens through which to evaluate their legacies as conquerors. This concept refers to the lasting effects these leaders had on the societies they governed, including the establishment of governance structures, promotion of cultural norms, and influence on subsequent generations. Charlemagne, known as the Father of Europe, significantly impacted the administrative and cultural landscape of medieval Europe. He expanded the Frankish Empire and implemented a system of governance that promoted education and the arts, leading to the Carolingian Renaissance. Charlemagne's establishment of a set of laws known as the Capitularies and his support for the creation of schools laid the groundwork for modern European statehood and intellectual revival. His promotion of Latin as a unifying language helped facilitate communication across diverse regions. Conversely, Genghis Khan's impact was different, but equally profound. As the founder of the Mongol Empire, he implemented a meritocratic government system, emphasizing loyalty and skill over aristocratic birth. This helped create a diverse and efficient administrative network that governed vast territories. Genghis Khan also encouraged cultural exchange along the Silk Road, which facilitated the spread of ideas, technology, and trade between East and West. The Mongol postal system and legal code, the Yasa, were instrumental in maintaining order across his expansive empire. His contributions are significant because they illustrate the differing methods by which each leader maintained control and influenced their domains. Charlemagne's focus on cultural unity and education versus Genghis Khan's emphasis on administrative efficiency and cultural exchange highlights the varied approaches to empire building. Opinions on their impacts vary. Some historians view Charlemagne's establishment of educational institutions as foundational to Western civilization, while others criticize his forceful methods of Christian conversion. Genghis Khan is lauded for promoting trade and meritocracy, but often criticized for the brutality of his conquests. Challenges surrounding their legacies include the debate over the ethical implications of their conquests. Charlemagne's forceful unification of Europe